Welcome to Life Soundtrack with Souls and Mimi. Let's tune in.
Yeah, 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 yeah. No, no. Oh, yeah. I like my ex in the morning, sex when it's coming, stress never coming from you. Ooh, ooh. I've been up late at night, every night. You don't know the hell of it.
What's good? What's good, y'all? Did you like it?
I did. Who is
Yeah,
that?
we'll talk about it. That's so my bad, y'all. We rude. We up here talking to each other.
Hey, y'all.
Welcome in, everybody. Welcome into Wednesday's Life Soundtrack with Souls and Mimi. I think you guys are gonna really enjoy today. We are already evolving the show to make it look a little different for you guys. So we're gonna have a new little lineup, but hopefully you guys enjoyed that new song. You guys know the first two nights we had Wale's Conundrum, but this is actually by Barton. You ever watch The Shy?
Yeah, I've seen this. I've definitely watched The Shy.
Bart, the dude who he just came back like the last season. He was the little boy's brother. Can't think of the boy with the dreads. It was his older brother. Reg.
Okay.
So Reg is actually an artist, and that song was called Simplicity. So
I like it. It was very groovy, like R&B. Yeah. My favorite genre is R&B. Obviously, I mean, I keep coming with the slow songs. I don't know why I keep coming with the slow songs, but I mean, what can I say?
Yeah. So,
girl.
But tonight, guys, we got a good show for y'all, man. As y'all see, we're gonna be talking about R. Kelly, and we ain't gonna just be talking about his music, guys. We're gonna actually be discussing some good topics, some things to actually break down. I do want to give you guys a rundown of how the show will look since we are switching it up, and I know you guys might got used to the first rendition. So we're gonna actually start off with a nice song. We're going to start off with a song selection. We will be playing it in the background just to have a different feel. So we will start off with a song. And then after that, we're going to actually go into our first topic of the day. So we're going to actually create some content. You guys will be able to see Mimi's talent in that area as well. We're going to be creating some content. But then we're going to go down to Mimi's musical breakdown, where she provides us her music selection, and then she will break it down for us and talk to us about what the song meant to her. Kind of still going through the same motions, but she'll be able to organically break it down for you guys. And then we'll close the show out with soul selection. So I'll pick a song. It'll either be by the artist that we talked about that night, or it'll just be something random. So everybody tune in. They already in the building, man. We already got people watching. We appreciate everyone. Sco said, y'all know he from Chicago. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. He said 333 Jen, 333 from Classic. What's good, Classic? Jen said, what's up? So we're gonna go ahead and get it started tonight, man. We're gonna open up with this nice Chicago feel song. I know y'all gonna love it. Mimi, give me the thumbs up if you can hear it, okay?
Okay.
All right.
Similar to an old-fashioned song. 1,000 years from now, we'll be still putting you down, my baby. You can change the frame, but the picture remains the same. Similar to the sun after the rain. 1,000 years from now, oh, we'll be still putting you down, my baby. Baby girl, in other words, forevermore, I'll be here. My whole life's been full of joy ever since you came here, girl. My whole world goes around because you spin me, yeah. And every turn baby. Some have crossed the finish line, and some gave up. It's like moving a mountain. Love can be just that tough. 1,000 years from now, we'll be still. Oh, my baby. Baby girl, in other words, forevermore, I'll be here. I'll be here. Spent my whole life been full of joy ever since you came here. Girl, goes around. My whole world goes around, goes around, goes around. Because you spin me, think I'm moving every time. Girl, we're making baby. Girl, think I'm moving, makes me wanna step in the name of love. Step in the name of love. Clap in the name of love. Clap in the name of love. Step in the name of love. Step in the name of love. And move in the name of love. Step in the name of love. Step in the name of love. Clap in the name of love. Clap my hands. Clap in the name of love. Step in the name of love. Step in the name of love. Move in the name of love. We're gonna play a little game. And this game's for all of those who know how to follow the rules to this game. Alright? Listen. When I sing, I want everybody out there to do whatever I sing. Alright? Come on. Here we go. Step, step, side to side. Round and round. Dip now. Come on. Separate. Bring it back. Yeah. Let me see you do. Love slide. Come on, y'all. Step, step, side to side. Round and round. Dip now. What? Separate. Bring it back. Come on. Let me see you do. Love to the bridge. See my whole world goes around. All because of you.
Woo! All right, souls.
Yeah, yeah. You know, we had to start it off right. Let's step in the little name of love. It's almost Valentine's Day. Hopefully, y'all got y'all a little Valentine, a little boo.
I hope everyone has a boo.
About me one day, y'all. She gonna slip up one of these days. We're gonna
I'm
find.
gonna slip up in what?
You know, she said, "Who dancing with me tonight?" See, that was me.
Okay, girl.
Tell us, man, who dancing with you tonight? I'm telling you. But yeah, great song, man. Great artist, man. We all know the legend that R. Kelly is and still is.
Yes.
I know people might have their opinions about him, but hey, talent speaks for itself. You can love the music and not love the man. So
I think that's what tonight is about, separating the man from the music. I would implore everyone tonight to please just, let's talk about the music. Because we all have our own thoughts and opinions, and I mean, I can be honest with you. You don't want to hear mine because it's not good. But because I was there, I seen it. I saw the whole thing unfold, and I was a young girl at the time. So, but I will never. I'm not one of those people that's like, I'm deleting everything he's ever made. I'm not doing that. I just can't. It's tied too much into my life soundtrack. What can I say? So it's just something that I'll never be able to do. So let's try our best tonight to kind of separate the man from the music. That's the whole point of tonight. Let's talk about some good music.
That's very true. So with that being said, we are going to tune back to a old interview of good old R. Kelly's. We are going to have an open discussion to create a conversation. But this conversation doesn't just tend to R. Kelly. We're going to kind of talk about life in general as well. There's been a lot going on in the social media world, content game, and people. Shout out to my guy Classic. He talked about power and manipulation today, and me and Mimi are going to talk about the ego today. So we're going to talk about the ego, and this video is very interesting. And when I listened to it, something instantly came to my head, and I thought about ego. So before we get started, Classic said, long as you can what's that?
Shuck and jive. He's shuck and jive.
Will give you a pass. It's fine. Souls of thought, love will all win 100%, especially when there's no ego and selfishness. Love is based on pouring into each other and true sacrifice. Shout out to Time, man. Always coming in with the wisdom, man. Appreciate your time. Yeah, Josh. She already knew what you meant. What's good, plug? So we're gonna get this started for y'all. Let it play. And then I got two questions that we're going to discuss opening this up tonight. So here we go.
I met Lena McLean.
Wow.
And I didn't ask for a music class. I didn't know what classes I would get. I just went to the next level, went to school.
Right.
And but my first class was 126 in the Kenwood Academy music class. She made me sing a song in front of the class.
That very first day?
Yeah, she told me to come here, and she started making me sing, you are so beautiful. And she told me to just repeat after her, and I would.
Right.
And from the first note, kids was starting to mumble between each other, like in a good way. Yeah. Then she told me to hit a run, and then I hit a run. And of course, if you know how to run a little bit in high school when you're singing, all the girls and everybody gonna go up. So, and that's what happened. And then she made me do a talent show. She put on a talent show, and I told her there's no way I'm finna go out there in front of all those people. So she said, put on some dark glasses. You're gonna act like you blind. You're gonna do Ribbon in the Sky by Stevie Wonder. And Charles Craig was a pianist at the time there. He's gonna play. And I had a friend of mine walk me out as if I was blind, and I got to hitting Stevie Wonder. And out of nowhere, girls and everybody went up. And I just remembered that I had never gotten that feeling on the basketball court. Wow. And I was like, oh my God, what's going on? I didn't know if somebody was standing behind me. Was it a fire drill? What's going on? These people screaming. I was like, I ain't never got this feeling on no basketball court. So I decided that day, my spirit, my soul, my DNA, everything switched. In life as I knew it was never the same again.
So we're gonna stop it right there. There's a lot said in that moment. So it made me think about the ego. But it also made me think about something else, which I will express. But the first thought tonight, number one thought tonight is that at what point does extraordinary talent stop being a gift and start becoming a shield, protecting ego instead of character?
That's a very good question. And I think a lot of talented people struggle with that. Do you want me to speak first?
Yeah. Oh yeah.
Well, I think right about the moment that talent starts like answering questions that character should be answering is probably the point in which that gift starts to become a shield, like you said. So when people overlook the things that you're doing that are difficult or wrong or what are doing to other people because you're talented, right? So I feel like extraordinary talent like his, it can become a shield when it's no longer something that you use, right? So it's more like something you hide behind.
I agree.
Right? So I think the shift usually happens. It's a couple of different, in my opinion, a couple of different ways that the shift happens. Like, no fluff here. We're just talking truth. All right.
Yeah.
So, when people's praise of you replaces your self-examination, like, so like, and his people are going to praise him till way after he's gone, right? Will overlook the things that he may have done or his his ego because of how talented he is. So talent tends to draw applause no matter what, right? So if that applause becomes louder than your accountability, like your inner accountability, then ego moves in and it's like, hey, I'm here. It moves in the house and locks the doors. You know what I mean? Like, so it can also, when results excuse your behavior, like, right. So he had great albums. He was putting out albums back to back, back to back. We saw, not to, because I said not to worry about that part, but we all saw stuff.
Oh
We
yeah.
all knew a lot was going on. I mean, with, Aaliyah, another great talent that he worked with, we all knew how old she was. You know what I'm saying? So, but because of his extraordinary talent and the results that he had, it excused a lot of his behavior. Like, a lot of us overlooked it.
Mhm.
And it was also, you got to remember, it was the early 90s. So that type of talent we just hadn't seen since, he was the R&B Michael Jackson. You know
Yes.
what I mean? For a lot of us.
Mhm.
So, um, like, maybe using the phrase, he's difficult, but he's brilliant.
Oh yeah.
Right?
Yeah. Oh, you hear that a lot.
You hear people say that, or when they, and we can talk, say this about other people that aren't in music. Say, for
Mhm.
instance, like Elon Musk. He's not easy to deal with, apparently. Somebody gave him a black eye in the White House, but he's brilliant. So we can overlook the fact that, his ego, it over his talent, or his brilliance is overshadows his ego.
Yeah.
We overlook it, right? So, but I feel like that sentence, what I just said, they're difficult but brilliant. That's a huge red flag, right? If you can say that, it's a red flag. So, once the output of what you're doing, once it becomes a free pass for arrogance or cruelty to people or laziness or whatever they're doing, talent kind of it goes out. For me, it kind of goes
Yeah.
out the window in a lot of ways. But there's some people that just can get away with it, like R. Kelly, right? So it turned, at that point, talent is no longer a gift.
Yeah.
It's kind of starting to be your armor to keep you protected from people criticizing you for the things that you do.
Yeah. Very true.
Right. So just, quickly, like, another thing that comes to mind is, sometimes growth can feel like it's optional when you're super talented and you have this ego, right? You're like, man, I'm good. I'm the man. I'm R. Kelly. I ain't got to do nothing else. And at the end of the day, he's still making money and he's in prison. You know what I'm
Yeah,
saying?
very
And he
true.
will continue to make money until the day he dies, and after. Like, his kids will still eat off of him. So, when talent says I'm already enough, a lot of times, but character says I'm never done.
Yeah. Yeah.
So ego is it's just one of those things that, you kind of naturally get. We've talked about this with other content creators, behind the scenes. We've had this conversation, so that moment when your talent convinces someone or convinces you that they no longer need correction, humility, or, discomfort in life,
Yeah.
it's protecting ego. It's not your purpose anymore.
Yeah.
So, identity, and sometimes when you have a big ego, your identity can completely collapse without it. Like, who are you without it? If you've ever met somebody who's like, oh, I'm the star football player of the high school high school team. And they without that, we all see these people that peak in high school, right? They peak in high school and then they get out in real life and they're not that person anymore.
Yeah.
I know a few of them from my high school. I look at them like, damn, you a whole bum out here in these streets. You were the man in high school. And that ego is what fed them, during those years. So, if you lose the talent, would you still have that ego? I mean, would you still be that same person? The ego is so strong, so, it's ego is really just a crutch, if you ask me, so character usually stands, even when the spotlight shuts off.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Your character is going to overshadow all of that.
Mhm.
Ego when you're no longer famous or when you're in prison for something.
That's very true.
So talent. So here's the thing. When it comes to talent is a gift. We all have talents.
Yeah.
One of the I'm pretty gifted in a lot of different things. When it comes to arts, I'm artsy and music, and I do make things with my hands. I mean, I'm in my real life, I'm a nail technician, a celebrity nail technician. There's several celebrities in my life, and well known in my industry. So I'm just good with I always tell people, if you want to hurt me, cut off one of my hands. There's nothing you can do to me that'll really hurt me unless you just maim me where I can't do something with my hands. So talent is a gift. We all have it. But talent also sharpens your responsibility.
Yeah.
When you have certain talents, you have certain responsibilities that, and it can be a shield sometimes when it dulls your responsibility. So I just feel like, ego is one of those things, like for Kanye got a huge ego, right? But he's been bust down a little bit.
I like
we haven't heard from him in a while. You know what I'm saying?
He gonna be back. He gonna be back.
Oh yeah, he'll be back.
He'll be back.
I don't know. I think the real killers of legacy sometimes aren't untalented people. I think it's the gifted ones who stopped doing their inner work because the outer world kept clapping for them. And their ego got so big they didn't feel like they had to grow.
And I agree with you there. And like for me, when I listened to that, when I watched that video, the first thing I thought about when I thought about this question was talent stops being a gift once they provide you the way to become to manipulate.
Mm-hmm.
And the reason why I say that is because, like, I think a lot of times we don't really look at the full picture of like where people come from, right? Like, not trying to give him a pass for anything that has happened to him or anything that like transpired prior to anything that happened, but think about him being a young man.
Mm.
He verbally stated to the person that seen his talent that he wasn't comfortable going out towards the masses, right? But the moment he gave her an excuse, she gave him a way to manipulate the crowd. She told him to what? We're gonna put you in a Ray Charles song. You're gonna go out and seem like you're blind. We're gonna have somebody walk you out. Like, to a lot of people that don't seem that way, you probably be like, man, you're reaching. But it's like when you really start to think about it, right? This young man got the feeling that he got from that performance launched him to the rest of his life.
Right.
Like, it created who we know as R. Kelly.
She blew his head up at a very young age.
So I feel talent.
Understandably.
Yeah, I feel talent was being a gift and becomes a shield once you start to use your talent to manipulate others.
Listen, the most dangerous people in the room, like seriously, are the ones who know that they are exceptional, right? Mm-hmm. And they still take correction without flinching. Like, they can still take correction. Like, those are the type of people, to me, they're the most talented, the most dangerous people. Yeah. Like, and I say that in a good way. Like, watch out for those people, because they can take criticism. They when they're wrong, they can accept that. People with huge egos, a lot of times they don't want to hear it. Like, they're like, man, whatever, And now, don't get me wrong, having an ego is not always a bad thing. I think it just depends on how you present it to the rest of the world. You're not always, just because you think you're the man doesn't mean you're always the man. I mean, and even a man can be shut down and locked up.
Yeah.
Okay. And so what good is that ego when you behind bars? Is you got at some point because somebody had to have said to this man, hey man, you need to chill. Slow it down. Like, you're not going to be able to just do whatever you want to do always. And eventually it did. It shut down. It got shut down.
But you got to also think about it too. Like when I'm telling you, like that video just said so much in like the first 2 minutes because I'm thinking, think about somebody who's chasing a high at all times.
Oh yeah.
Like at such a young age, he said, "Man, nothing I did in my life amounted to the feeling that I got that day." So he knew from the rest of his career
Mm-hmm.
he needed to seek that, and he did. He created nothing but great music. Like, like I don't think there's a song that people be like, "I skipped that."
No, I
Like
tried to
you,
do it today. I tried to do. I was listening through to all this music, and I'm like, which one am I gonna pick? And because I was like, there's got to be something in here that I'm gonna. And every single song,
Mhm.
it was just like, dang, this a banger, this a banger, this a banger. Every song had he would write. And the thing about R. Kelly is when he wrote his music, it was like he was having a conversation. It
Yeah.
was it wasn't necessarily poetry. Like a lot of the words, if you listen to it, a lot of it doesn't just kind of flow neatly, but he finds a way to make it work. And so I'm listening to all his music. I'm like, this man was had to be constantly writing everything down that just came out of his head.
Oh yeah.
Everything just with no rhyme or reason, just write. I feel like he just would like sometimes some of his songs he would just like verbal like bleh, on and just make it sound amazing.
Yeah.
Genius in that way.
So
But
we're gonna get to this chat before we get because I want to hear I definitely want to hear your response for thought number two. Classic said ego is a person's sense of self-esteem or self-importance. He said ego is a egomatic or manic is a person who is obsessively egotistical or self-centered. Shout out to Tracy from the daycare. She been in all our lives. She said, "Your baby, Tracy at daycare. Don't forget your kids again." Stay blessed, Tracy. We appreciate you. Uncle Plug said, "To be honest, I grew up seeing this type of behavior since I was in middle school. It really was super normal as it was a shame. But truth be told, them dudes were dead wrong and they mislead and bamboozled." Chanel said it also delays consequences. Yeah,
yeah,
ego always delay consequences. That is a very good, strong statement.
absolutely.
And then Uncle Plug said them ladies suffer from it because of none of us would mess with them after they were labeled as doing that.
True. That's true.
Yeah. He says shadow boxing. What's up, man? Welcome back, TNT channel. Young, it's that YouTube, I'm assuming. It's always talent, though. He said, I think money does the same thing. I don't think Trump is particularly talented in a big way, but his ego once led him to say he could allegedly shoot someone and get away with it.
So TNN, he said, is it always talent though? And I 100% agree with you. It's not always talent, but because we are talking about music, that's
Yeah.
the reason why we're using music as an example. But it can absolutely be about having money.
Yeah.
And honestly, let's look at it. Let's look at it from this lens. He's very talented at making money. So his talent is making money and opening businesses and whatever the case may be, and being the type of person that he is, which is actually honestly, an actor and a celebrity. That's what Donald Trump is.
Yeah.
And so when he's able to, make people listen to him. So, yeah, it absolutely isn't always just talent or music talent or even sport talent. It could be money as well. Absolutely.
Yeah.
My opinion.
Trump knows how to captivate an audience. So once you
Yes.
get there, you're good to go.
Right.
He said, Souls of Thought, have you ever seen the raw footage of Tyrese, Leon Timbo, and the king of R&B, R. Kelly, singing on the set of Transformers? If you haven't seen it, it's a must watch. All right, definitely. We might need to look that up. What you're saying, Cap, on class, let us know. 333, welcome in, Lisa. Welcome in, Lisa. She said Kanye always disappears. That's normal. Yeah, he'll be back for sure. He working. He actually on tour with his daughter right now. They were in China, I think, if I'm not, or Mexico, I think it was. Sco said, Ye working on a new album. Yes,
Sure.
sir. Classic said, ego, confidence, brag, and arrogance only bother people without the glow.
I don't agree with that.
Go ahead.
I don't agree with that. Because it's people that that got a whole lot of ego, got a whole lot of confidence, brag, and that's arrogant that they bother me. And I definitely have a glow. And I got a lot of the same glow they have. I just think that their arrogance and their ego and their confidence is misguided. And they're the only one that really believes that. Nobody.
I tell people to definitely, if they haven't already, make sure you read the book Ego is the Enemy. Because I can see it from both of your guys' perspective. But I also tell people I think ego, as you mature, ego gets a little bit more quiet. Like it tones itself with your maturity. Like I feel like your ego and your arrogance can look different. My silence can be more ego than you yelling or you boasting about who you are. I feel like as a man, when you get older, your silence moves more. And I think
Yeah.
go
And
ahead.
listen, I'm not against people boosting and bragging on themselves. You know what I'm saying? Because if you don't do it, who else is? But it also has to be. It also has to make sense. Not everybody has the ability to brag about themselves and be authentic about it, like or be authentically who they say they are.
I tell
So
people that all the time though, Mimi. I said it on my on No Middleman. I done said it with Classic and them on Raw Society. Like that's just not my gift. Like
right.
I'm a very I know people don't like it, but I like to consider myself very humble. Like you'll never really hear me talk about like my achievements or the things that I do. Like I just don't feel like they are needed at all times. I feel like people who really want to get to know me will get to know me and they'll get to know who I am as a person and then go from there. But I always tell people I wish I had that type of personality where I'm just in your face type of person sometimes in some moments, I think. But just never been my move, man. Just never been my move at all. Richard said y'all are slowly blowing up. Appreciate it, Richard. He said, "Hey y'all, we're Unc at the crib, Unc at the crib." You know what I mean? But we appreciate you, Richard Vibrations, always in the chat. Cole said Kelly had the glow and did what was completely allowed to do for years. It happened to be illegal. It is what it is. That's true. That's true. Lisa, shout out to B Class, Classic Code. So she said aura forming. He was saying cap again. He tells us what he was talking about at the bottom. R. Kelly is clearly still the man as we all hear for him right now. Oh, yeah.
He's the man, but he has been humbled.
Mm.
He has been humbled, okay? Let's be real.
Tom says some people misconstrued ego for confidence. The yellow shirt girl. Oh, yeah, okay. You got a fan. You got a fan, Mimi. The glow don't have an off switch. That is true. That is true. Conversation with Soft Rain. Welcome in, ma'am. She said TP2.com. No skips needed. Zero.
Agreed, Soft Rain. That's the one. That one and his third album. The one, yeah, the one that my song come off of.
Okay, can't disclose it yet. Lisa said it is what it is. Having she doing the glow. Oh, she talking about the verse from a classic song. Tom said a lot of people can look at your confidence and take it as an ego. That's true. Facts rain, no skips at all. If you know, you know. He said, I hear you, Mimi. I hear you, Mimi. And then the classic is responding. He said, Mimi says she can only get hurt if you cut off her hand. That was cap. She has feelings. We've seen them.
Sometimes I speak in ways that are not necessarily literal. Okay, it's more, So yes, it will. First of all, it will hurt like hell if somebody cut off my hand. But I mean, what I mean is, like, I won't be able to move on with life if you cut off one of my hands. Like everything that I do on a daily basis is 100% of who I am, and I need both of my hands to do it. So that's what I mean by that. As far as hurt my feelings, I'm a Leo and a Cancer cuss. You can hurt my feelings. I got a tattoo of a heart on my sleeve for a reason. Okay, that's a real heart. I wear it. Okay, so yeah, you can definitely hurt my feelings, but I'll hurt yours right back. Don't worry, I can roll with the best of them.
Y'all are fools. Classic said, people always pumping humility. Don't turn them down, turn you up. I respect it. I respect that. Remember the 7 deadly sins. Those are real spirits. Appreciate your generation. He said ego is vilified way too often, and I have to defend the term. Yeah.
Because you got one.
I think everybody has it. I think everybody
has some type of ego. Yeah. Some people's is out of control. And when it gets out of control, that goes to what I was saying earlier. When it gets out of control and it overshadows everything, then you just, that's when you lose me.
I think ego became vilified when we started to make ego gender specific.
That's a
That's
good.
when That's what to in my opinion. I think people started to label more men as being egotistical, and that's when the whole thing to me shifted. I think at first it probably back in the day it wasn't really taken that way, but I think once we started to put labels on it, that's when it started to be vilified because now I have something that I can use against you. That's my opinion. But class say ego is healthy and necessary for greatness to be achieved. I agree. I agree. He said you're bragging has to be a
Congruent. Congruent.
Mm. Let's see here. What else we got left? Okay, just a few more. Classic said, never seen hopeful ninja be successful. You have to know things about yourself. Some people spend their whole life hoping and wishing. You got to know that ego is true ego. Yeah,
Obama was full of hope.
I think my ego is more about and Classic can speak to that. I think my ego falls more into when I see something and I know what's gonna happen, I just lean right into it. Like I don't say nothing about it, but I lean right in. I move. I move. My ego makes me move, if that
Right.
makes sense. Like, what's up, Share the Light? Appreciate you coming in, man. He said, I'm chill, but when I come around, you'll know I'm in the room. It's a blessing. Big facts. Welcome in, big dog. Uncle Plus said facts. He said, I'm in here, Reggie. Yeah, Uncle always right around the corner. Chocolate Factory was the one. We're gonna get to that music for y'all. We got one more question, and we're gonna get into Mimi's musical breakdown. Where we're gonna play her song. He said, Mimi, are you country? Same
As
for
hell. I'm country as hell. Can't you hear it?
I guess you could say that. I mean, I'm originally from Louisiana, Reggie, so I am from the South, the deep
I'm from
South.
the South. I'm from Georgia. Well, I'm originally North Carolina, but I live in Georgia. Been here my whole life. So yeah.
Yeah. So Classic said, I love my ego. We tight like glue. Y'all ain't finna do this tonight. He said the Bible is an evil book. Yeah, all right, God bless you, big dog. Classic said Obama was a plant.
A
uh
very hopeful plant.
yeah. And then TNN said the same fragile male ego vilify ego among men. I like it. I like it. Souls is a doer. Appreciate it. So I'll say appreciate it. So appreciate it, Classic. Shout out. Welcome in. Welcome in. I do not want to mess up your name. Is that Ajin? June? Jan? I don't want to mess up your name. I don't want to mess up your name. You got to break it down for me. I'm slow. Georgia in the building.
Hey.
They'll say, yeah, hey girl. All right, all right. So our second question before we get into Mimi's musical breakdown tonight is thought number 2. Does society help create unchecked egos? Because Mimi talked about this just a few minutes ago, by rewarding talent without demanding accountability? Or is accountability always a personal responsibility regardless of fame?
You want me to? You ready? You want me to tell you?
Go ahead, do your thing.
I'm gonna say both. I'm gonna say both. Society absolutely helps to inflate unchecked egos. But accountability is still personal, right? Accountability, it should be, right? So fame just makes it bigger. Makes the bill bigger, like what you owe people, as far as accountability is concerned. Like we want to hold celebrities more accountable than we even hold our own selves sometimes. I'm telling you, I can relate this even to like our conversation last night. We want to hold other people accountable for stuff that we don't hold ourselves accountable for. And when you're a celebrity, we do a lot of the stuff that these celebrities are doing. Y'all done did it too. But you'll never admit to it or hold yourself accountable for it. Right? So, I mean, let's just be honest here. So, for me, how society creates ego with no breaks. All right. We as a society reward outcome, not ethics. If you perform, you get paid, praised, platformed, right? And often before anyone even asks, like, are you a decent human being?
That's facts. That is facts.
What do we really know about these people that we hold to such high esteem? We don't know what they do in their personal lives and what they do behind closed doors. And honestly, it's not really any of our business, but they are celebrities and we're holding them on this pedestal as if they're gods, but we don't know anything about who they really are and if they're decent people. So we as society definitely in that way. And then money and attention, it insulates people from consequences. Think about it. When you got money, you have a team of assistants, PR, yes men, people like that in your world, it's all designed and sometimes unintentionally to protect the asset, i.e. the celebrity or the person with the money or the person with the talent. So and then we have things like parasocial fandom, right? Turns people into brands. Like for instance, when we think about all these YouTubers, a lot of there's was a YouTuber that was deleted that by one of their fans recently.
Oh wow, okay.
Not long ago. I saw I think I heard someone talking about it anyway. And this happens a lot. Like people, they fall in love with, they have these parasocial relationships with people, which basically it just means that just because you know who I am, you think that you fall in love with me and I don't even know that you exist, right? As a celebrity. So fans defend behavior that they would never tolerate from a coworker or because they're attached to the talent and not the character. Let's be honest. So yes, we absolutely as a society, and then institutions also enable it. And how and that's
I feel like the scale of accountability switches. Like, for instance, right? Like when Kevin Hart was going through all his infidelity issues, like he did the same thing twice, right? He went on Breakfast Club, gave his apology, stayed out of the media for a few months, did all these great things for people, made a couple big movies. It happened again. Like the accountability for people who are considered talented or we consider celebrities, the accountability isn't as strong. Like as long as they come out and just say something, we'll just move on. Like, but we'll hold our own peers accountable. We'll hold each other to the fire instead of just saying like, you know what, you made a mistake, you owned up to it. Let's move forward. We do that with celebrities. We don't do that with our everyday friends, our people that we're with.
Right, and that's one of the things that you probably have figured this out about me is that I'm a very, very, very even-keeled person when it comes to one of the things I used to say all the time when I was a little girl, my mama she'd be like, you gonna have a hard time in life. You keep thinking that way. And I always used to say, it's not fair. That's not fair. But mama, that's not fair. And she'd be like, baby, life ain't fair.
That's true.
And the thing about it is you need to understand that life ain't fair. And when we talk about things like this, for instance, another thing that I was going to bring up, institutions enable these celebrities and people with, big egos to do what they do, like labels, studios, leagues, companies. If you're profitable, then you get grace that regular people wouldn't get.
Mm-hmm.
We look at, and we often say when we see a celebrity get in trouble, we're like for instance, the girl that just got arrested for speeding.
Oh, Shakira.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Somebody told me, so I don't know why they're making a big deal out of it. She'll be running again tomorrow. She's gonna be right back on. And if it was one of us, we would have lost our job. We would have lost everything, especially the way it went down, so on video and blown up for everybody to see. But they also are held under a different microscope as well because they are celebrities. So, I think those are the reasons why society does it, right? But on the personal responsibility end of it, even a messy system, a messy world that we live in, nobody is forcing you to do these things.
Yeah.
Right? So no one's forcing you to mistreat people, dodge accountability, blame, pressure for bad character, right? Nobody is telling you that you have to treat admiration like entitlement. So that comes to the personal responsibility side of it, right? Fame doesn't remove moral agency from what you're supposed to do in life. So it just adds temptation and opportunity because you're rich. Think about it. All these people that are in these Epstein files, would they have done any of, and I'm not saying I don't know everything that's true or factual or what. We're going to see. I got my popcorn ready. But at the end of the day, do you think any of those people would do the things that they may or have been accused of doing if they were regular people? They got money and power and temptation is there. And when you got all this ability, and people are going to sweep what you do under the rug, then you're more tempted to do things that you wouldn't do if you knew, if I was a regular person, my ass would be in jail for 30 years for this one thing that I just did. So, your behavior is your responsibility. Your environment is your probability, right?
Yeah, but see, I learned something very
is everyone's problem. That's the problem. The damage is everybody's problem because we all are suffering because R. Kelly isn't here in the music side of things, right? We all like, we are the ones who are in the, of course, I'm not even talking about, of course, the girls and all that stuff, but we as on the music end of things are suffering because of mistakes and things that he did, because he wasn't held accountable, because he had all of this fame and fortune and the ability to do whatever he wanted, because, he got that ego that everyone a couple of people, one person in the chat is saying it's so important, but it was his downfall ultimately. So, and I'm hurt about it. I'm hurt that he allowed his ego, and instead of having self-control and having his own morals and standards and sticking to them, now we got to suffer because we ain't had a R. Kelly album in 15 or however many years. And I'm a little upset about that.
But see, you used a word that throughout what you were saying that I think people need to start breaking down. And you used the word, if they profit. But if you think about, if you break that word in half, right, it's pro and fit. When people can now profit off of you, they already see you to be fit before you even enter. Pro means getting there beforehand, like being proactive. Like when you become a prophet, when people can profit off of you, they already see that they dictate that you are fit. Like, we know that Mimi makes this much money, she's selling this many albums. We're gonna let you in this room. We're gonna make these decisions because we know you're going to profit. We know you're going to be fit for this before you even step into the room. And I tell people, like, words mean a lot. I don't think people created these words. I don't think people created these things without people not having the ability to break them down. And I always tell people, once you become a prophet, you have to understand that people are going to already see that you're fit. Right. Nobody's judging your character when you have money. Like, not initially. Like, you have to do something for people sometimes to judge your character. Like, because you will see, we say it all the time in just normal life, I can't believe he did that. Or I can't believe she did that. But the only reason why you can't believe it is because of their stature.
Right.
Because we see everyday people do it every day. You see what I mean? Like, what's the difference between a man who messes with young kids in your day-to-day life, but we really look at it when it's a celebrity that does it? Because you didn't think you seen that person to be fit before they did that action.
Right. You put them on that pedestal there, like I said earlier. Mm-hmm. We made them out to be gods when they're just regular men. That's it. So one thing, so just to close out that little part of it, society raises the odds that ego goes unchecked, right? Mm-hmm. But that person still chooses the behavior at the end of the day, because I see you're going to get to the comments, but just kind of glancing at them, no, society again is going to raise the odds that your ego goes unchecked, but you still are responsible for your behavior. So that's all I got to say about that.
Class said his ego had nothing to do with it.
Absolutely. Absolutely.
He said, I think Epstein freaks would absolutely do the things they even absent the richest. They just wouldn't have their money shielding them from the accountability. It could be 50-50. I can see it.
If you don't have money to shield you, you think twice about a lot of the things that you do. Now, they may not have, I'm talking, so some of the things that have happened were egregious. Like they're saying these people was eating babies. Like you got to have a certain amount of money to be able to afford a baby on a platter. You know what I'm saying? So I'm talking like that kind of stuff. If they were pedophiles or PDF files or whatever, they probably would have done that in their regular life. You know what I mean? So yes, I do agree with that, because we see people that are broke living on the streets that, doing egregious things like that. So yes, I agree. But to that level where they're like, being able to order girls from Russia, and stuff like that. Because them files, I've been watching so many videos today that this stuff is getting crazy.
That's right. He said, Class said, ninjas like them little too young. Hat got in his way. Nothing to do with his ego. He's so stupid. Richard said, I thought you were going to say interface. She loved that word. Maybe. He said, Kelly is one of them ones. Homie was just too freaky. If R. Kelly was working at Walmart, we wouldn't be talking about ego.
I guarantee you, he probably, if he could sing the way he sings and could write, just because he works at Walmart don't mean he ain't talented. If he had the same talent, he still would have the same ego. He probably would still been doing the same things.
Classes said the term ego is the victim here, not R. Kelly.
Let's call it something else. Let's call it pineapple. I mean, what does it matter? It is what it is.
She said, call them. They are. No, we can't. Oh, she said the PDF files. Richard said when they go to certain countries, it adds up.
Yeah.
T said, I agree with you, Mimi. Yes, them Epsteins are different kind of freaks.
Epsteinites, I like that. Definitely. 100% different kind of freaks.
So we're about to move into Mimi's musical breakdown. So this is going to be the segment that you guys were kind of familiar with already when we were doing our first 2 episodes. He said we agreed to disagree, Mimi.
Oh, and lots of different things as well, for sure. It's all good. That's what this is all about.
So we're going to go into the Mimi's musical breakdown. Would you like to introduce what song we will be playing?
So let me just tell y'all, I spent all day, and it was actually kind of fun. It just brought me back to my, brought me back to certain times in my life, like this show tends to do every week. I listened to every R. Kelly song that was scrolling through the ones that that didn't catch my ear, but and I didn't want to do this song because I was like, man, this song is just everybody knows this song, but it's the one, and it's R. Kelly's Down Low. Nobody has to know, and I think that this song has so much of a kind of a education, a lesson to be learned.
Yeah.
And, if you don't know this song, then I don't even know how you got here. Like, what'd you think we was gonna talk about the case or something? Like, this is R. Kelly. Like, this is the R. Kelly song. And what I love about this song was that it was it introduced us to the at that time, us younger folks, to the Isley Brothers in a whole new light. So, Ron Isley was also in this song. Both of them really, because it played the music in the background. But so I'm gonna let it play, and then we'll talk about what I think about this song and my breakdown of it, because there's a lot. It's a lot to it, definitely.
All right, here we go.
Oh yeah. Listen, girl, you want me, but he needs you. Yet you're telling me that everything is cool, trying to convince me, baby, to do as you say. Just go along and see things your way and keep it on the down low. Whispering, nobody has to know. Nobody. We can keep it on the down low. Whispering, nobody has to know. Secret lovers is what you wanna be, while making love to him, girl, you're silently calling on me. What is a man to do in a situation? I don't know. I feel there is something that I don't wanna miss. Yeah. Oh, girl, nobody has to know. I'll get on the ground. You better keep it. Nobody has to know. Beautiful you are, but you're his by far. Coming by my way, driving his fancy car, making plans to be in my life forever. Tell me that we'll always be together. Nobody has to know. Get on the ground. Oh, my love. Nobody has to know. Nobody has to know. Listen, babe. I won't whisper a word. Nobody. How did you go so low?
Come on, y'all. Yes. Listen. Woo! I love and see that song puts me right in my, like, when I first was loving R. Kelly for real. Like that album right there, that's the one. That was the R. Kelly album. Okay.
It's all you, Mimi. It's all you.
Okay. No, you read them chats. Like, no, go ahead and read them chats because they know what's up in the chat, but for real.
Go said, hey, I thought it was side sick energy. They said it's side ninja energy.
It is, because if you know the song, she was cheating. She had a guy on the side. R. Kelly was the side piece. This isn't side chick energy. This was side dude energy. For real.
Yeah. They like this. I see why him and Osley was the greatest match.
Yes, they were.
All right, y'all bring out the freak in me, and not tonight. Hey. This is Mimi's musical breakdown of R. Kelly's Down Low. Nobody has to know.
Okay.
Did
Well,
you ever listen to the other Down Low song though?
the remix of it?
Yeah.
So they, they done remixed all of these songs.
Yeah.
Like, there's so many R. Kelly remixes, but this particular song, first of all, Down Low, Nobody Has to Know. It's a perfect pick for a podcast title, if you titled Life Soundtrack. Because it's a cultural staple that everybody, well, some people may not know, but everybody recognizes. But the conversation when it comes to this song can very quickly move. It can shift from music to the psychology of secrets. Okay. So the way I want to break this down, okay, is when we ask our specific questions, because I know you have a list of them, because I always write them down and type them out exactly, how I feel about the song. So
Sorry
I'm
to
gonna let
interrupt.
you know, but I'm your co-host.
No. Like, hey, not to cut your wisdom, but no, not today. I'm gonna let you literally do Mimi's musical breakdown. So
Okay, all right.
this is
Well,
Mimi's segment. So here goes the great Mimi.
okay. Well, one of the first thing that I want to bring up is this is the very beginning of a trilogy. So if you guys don't know, um, Ron Isley, if you ever saw the video, so I implore you all to please go watch the video, because the video is a movie. It's literally a movie. It has a story. So it started out. This is the beginning. It was Down Low, Nobody Has to Know, and then it moved into Contagious, which is on the Isley Brothers album, and then the next song was Busted, and that was also on Isley Brothers album, because the Isley Brothers, we hadn't heard from them in a long time until R. Kelly brought them back out with this song. And then next thing you know, they started coming out with some banger albums, right? And in the R&B realm, not old, it was very old school reminiscent, but if you know the song Contagious, if you know the song Busted, they are all R. Kelly produced songs featuring Ronald Isley and his brother, Ernie. Was it Ernie? Yes, I think so. So this is the story of Mr. Biggs. Okay. And Mr. Biggs was the name of the character that Isley played in the music video. And to this day, he still uses that moniker, even though it was supposed to be just his character in the video. I'm so sad that we can't really show videos without getting like booted out and all that stuff, because the video is
Mr. B.
It's a 10-minute, the song is 4 minutes and 49 seconds long. The video is 16 minutes long.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. So the origin story of this, is where we were introduced to Ronald Isley, and that was his alter ego, Mr. Biggs, right? So it was so successful, like I said, that he continues to use it even later in the song Contagious and Busted in the music video too. So this was basically a cinematic connection. Like, they connected the song with the video. Okay. And this video was made by Hype Williams. And if you don't know who Hype Williams is, back in the 90s, he was the man. He did the Scream video. He did like all of the videos that we look at now. To this day, he was ahead of his time. He was 100% ahead of his time. Yes, a friend of mine that also, because Kelly Price was in Contagious, she sang on Contagious, and she also sang, I think, on Busted as well. So, the movie version, like I said, is 16-minute long form of the song. It had different plots every time we move forward in each section of this song. But there's also a little connection for the folks that are younger. I know I would assume most of the people that are on this live probably are familiar with R. Kelly, but for the younger ones that may pop in or see this later, The Weeknd the singer The Weeknd, he actually cited that this specific song was the reason why he got into music.
Yep.
This song. And he even recorded an unreleased version of it, an unreleased cover of it. So yes, Hype Williams directed Belly, and if you've ever seen Belly is like the whole movie is like a music video.
Musical, yep.
Lighting, the music, of course, it has an amazing soundtrack. Like that soundtrack is a banger from start to finish, right? So so there's a lot of other artists connected to this particular song. But to get to our deep dive into this particular song. So Souls always ask me what is my first listen feel for this song, right? So the production on this track is kind of minimalist because it's just and it's all the way through it. And then it does it again. It's like it's nothing really to it until you get to the solos, right? So but it's heavy. So it starts with that deep, steady piano chord, and then those it almost sounds like footsteps in the rain. So the vibe is not what we normally get from R. Kelly. The vibe is more. He would have like those party vibes, especially his first album. His first album was, she got that vibe, all that, like it was party songs, fast songs. But it doesn't sound like a love song either, because it's more like a suspenseful type film. Like you listen to it, it sounds suspense, like it sounds like what is about to happen, right? So you immediately feel that something bad is about to happen. I feel like when I hear this song, it's like you feel claustrophobic, like something is about to happen. We don't know what's about to happen. And R. Kelly is notorious for telling stories.
Yep.
If you don't know Trapped in the Closet, that was like a 15.
Amazing.
Made a whole album called Trapped in the Closet. It was like 17 different.
That was amazing. Yeah.
So this song captures the tension of being somewhere that you are not supposed to be. Even before a word is sung, you feel anxiety, like there's like a secret that's about to be told, right? So when I first hear it, I feel the weight of that, like you can feel the weight of the secret almost like. But there's this smoothness of his voice and that captures you in the very beginning. So what about you? How do you feel when it first comes? Like when it first comes on, what does it make you feel? I mean, the song, obviously you like, oh, here you go, let's get it. But how does it make you feel when you hear it?
It made me feel, because it's funny, that's why I said side chick energy. I know it's the male, but it made me feel like he was finally opening up like the honesty behind the scenes, right? Because like we don't talk about that a lot. We don't talk about the male who is okay with being that guy.
It's a lot of them.
Like we don't talk about that a lot. We talk more about the woman, but there's a lot of men who have played this role and are very comfortable with this role. And I think it's a lot of music that R. Kelly created that if we really go back, I think more men will really relate.
Oh yeah.
Like a lot of women loved R. Kelly, but I think it was a lot. I think he was speaking for us. Like he was almost speaking our truth, but a lot of people still overlooked it.
Right. Because it was, because R&B isn't supposed to be for the like when a man singing it, it's supposed to be for the ladies, right? But he was literally telling us exactly who he was.
Mm-hmm.
He was telling us who he was in his entire career. And I mean, we listened to it and we didn't even really realize it, to be honest. So, yeah.
He said, yeah, that's what I said. Like, I don't know, when you listen to him, man, like he's telling everything that a man wants to say, but nobody, like the homie lover friend and like all that stuff, like he's speaking like, hey man,
half on a baby.
Yep. So
like just some of the, when I was listening to I'm telling you, it took me down memory lane, and I was like, man, this dude, why didn't we know it? We knew exactly who R. Kelly was back in the 90s. We knew exactly who he was. He told us, he put it on records. So, and I mean, not that all of it was bad, but I mean, a majority of, I mean, he was freaky. He talked about it, 12 play. You know, you remind me of my Jeep. I want to wax it. I want to do this. I want to flip it, rub it down, and all that stuff. Like, he was always, you know, he was that guy. And, you know, that goes back to his ego, because even I'll never forget when R. Kelly came to Augusta. My best friend she was infatuated with him. Now, mind you, she was only 12 years old, and they were giving away tickets down at the radio station. The person who came down to the radio station and showed out the most won a free ticket. That girl went up there, she was in the band. She did backflips and, you know, she was doing backflips and splits. That girl she won a ticket to see R. Kelly. And she told me, she was like, Mimi, they was throwing panties, like 12-year-olds, 15-year-olds, 100-year-old women throwing panties at this man. So of course he was that guy, you know, when it came to music, but he was definitely talking to the men.
This comment is so crazy, because this is what I wanted to talk about next week. That's so crazy.
It's so true. It's so
That's
true.
what I wanted to talk about next week. Elvis, but go ahead.
Really? Oh, I love. Oh, don't do it, so I love. Or y'all gonna see another side of me.
I like
to bring that out.
Elvis is a cool conversation for sure.
For sure. So the next question that Souls always usually asks, since I'm running the show tonight, is the standout verse. Like, what verse stands out to you the most? And so there's a specific line, and there's two for me, okay? But there's a specific line in the second verse that hits like this real life theme really hard. When he says, "You're complaining about the time I'm spending. I'm complaining about the money I'm spending to keep this thing on the down low," right?
Speak about it, LBE.
Like that hit me, right? So why? Most people focus on romance, right? Like, this is the ultimate side chick, side dude song, however you want to put it. Because most people focus on romance, but this line, it highlights the logistics of a lie.
Ooh. That's a bar.
Listen, that line right there, it highlights what a lie is all about. So, and how to break that down, what I mean by that is, it shows that keeping a secret is work. It's hard work. It's not. And so it costs time, it costs money, and it creates a different kind of friction, right? And it shows that even when you are trying to do something that gives you pleasure, there's a heavy price of admission when you aren't living in your truth.
Is it?
If you've ever had to keep a secret, let's take cheating out of it, right? If you've ever had to keep a secret, and if you're just one of those people that just can't, it is a heavy price to pay to keep someone's secret. That's why I'd be like, don't tell me your business. I don't want to know, because I don't want to carry the burden. Secrets are a burden, right? And they are expensive, especially when it comes to relationships that you are in a secret relationship with somebody. For instance, think about it this way. What if you in a relationship with a chick that the only reason you are still messing with her is because you're scared she's gonna tell your wife? And you gotta make sure you keep that girl happy so she does it, because you know she's that kind of chick. Like, it's expensive, and not just money, but also your that's why I've been on other panels and had this conversation and went back and forth with people about cheating. I don't do it. I don't agree with it. It's too much responsibility. It costs too much. It costs too much.
So if there was no cost, you would do it?
I think there's always a cost. And I don't mean,
when I ask you, BB, when I ask you, if there was no cost.
Well, that would mean that I would be in an open relationship, right? Okay. That's what that would mean. And I don't even like to share a bag of chips with somebody. Get your hands out my damn bag, okay? I don't share nothing. Okay. So with that being said, that would mean that I would have to be in that type of relationship. And I'm not, I'm not into it. Whoever does it, that's more power to you, but I can't swing that way. So, keeping secrets is pricey. And so, there's logistics to lies, that's the logistics of it. So another verse though that stands out, because I don't want to keep y'all here all night. I know y'all want to hang out with us, but when he says, you're a woman, I'm a man, we got to be sensible about this thing. We've got a contract. Let's keep it tight. We've got to be smart about this thing, right? So this is morality right here. So this line is kind of is fascinating because it attempts to apply logic and business in terms that are like to an emotional moral disaster. Like you're trying to make this a business arrangement, and at the end of the day, y'all wrong. This ain't even supposed to be happening. You know what I mean? So it's like this, you're trying to keep a moral ledger, kind of like, it's like, you're like, okay, look, we're going to do this thing. We got to be sensible about it. And we got to keep this contract, keep it tight and be smart so we don't get caught. And then it's like, why are you doing it at all?
Can I ask you a question though?
Yeah.
Do you feel that two people that are under, because this is the line that stood out to me. I'm looking at it right now. It said secret lovers undercover on the DL, right?
Mm-hmm.
Can two people who come to this agreement really be in love? Is that really a form of love?
Mm-mm. Being in a secret love is not, well, wait. Because sometimes people have to keep their relationship secret for other reasons, not because they're cheating. So there can be a secret love and we can't talk about it, or we can't be out with it, because, and let's take it back to like back in the old days when interracial relationships weren't allowed, right? Mm-hmm. You think that didn't happen? You think there wasn't people that was in love just because, but they couldn't be together, or things like. So I think the circumstances depends on the circumstances. So yes, I think you can be in love if it's a secret. I think that people fall in, like prison guards fall in love with prisoners all the time.
Which is crazy. Crazy,
but it happens all the time. Friendships, yeah. I think it happens all the time. I think that and then I think sometimes people, and this is forbidden love, doesn't mean that it's not love. Like, for instance, maybe you find out that you are actually in love with your best friend who is in a relationship with someone else. Yeah. It happens, right? It happens, but it's a forbidden love. And who's to say that it's not real, true love? It might be. It's just might be. It's not your time, and you have these boundaries that you're not supposed to cross. And sometimes people cross them, and that's when you get into this DL situation.
But I wonder how people go from like one extreme to the next, right? Because like when you listen to his lyrics, he talks about secret lovers undercover. We're in the back of my Mercedes every night having sex. But it's like, how do you go from like already lowering your standard, right? Because you're lowering your standards at that point, right? You're sneaking around. You're doing things that probably you wouldn't do on a normal base, I'm assuming.
All right.
But then you would go from going there to then feeling like you should now be the priority. Like, that's why I can never understand like why a side chick would think she's gonna eventually have him one day, and vice versa. Like, I don't know how people can see two things. Yeah, like I don't know how two people can do things that are so beneath them, then think that eventually y'all are gonna be like two peas in the pod and be together forever.
Right, like you're waiting for this specific time or you're waiting for something to happen just so that it can all of a sudden be right, Yeah. And it's like this is why I tried it, because I'm around a lot of young girls every day, in my day job, and we have these conversations because it's a bunch of women. I'm in the beauty industry, so it's like, just don't put yourself in this situation. Like, it's just not. It's not worth it, because if a man is married, or if a man is in a committed relationship, if he's willing to to sleep with you privately, he's never going to make you his public. He's never going to be public with you.
What makes you feel that way?
Well, maybe he might. I mean, there's side chicks that become wives all the time. It does happen. I mean, I'm not one of those people that said, you know, I'm not an absolutist where it's like it never happens. Yeah. It absolutely happens. But as a woman who was the side chick and becomes the wife, my mental is all messed up because I'm going to be over here wondering, well, he cheated with me to get me. He cheated on his wife with me. Now I'm going to think every time you go out, there's a possibility that you're sleeping with somebody in the back of your car. It's just, I just would never do it because now that I know what you're capable of. You know what I'm saying? Knowing what you're capable of is even more dangerous than not knowing.
Wow. So the reality of the person would push you away.
Heck yeah. I think that would
That's crazy. That's crazy.
The reality of people on a regular basis, we wouldn't even date them.
Wow.
If we knew what people were actually capable of, we probably wouldn't even date them. That's too much of a Russian roulette type of situation.
So now, Mimi, I'm gonna ask you this. You're not answering for all women. This is Mimi opinion, women. So
I can't answer for all women because I am very much not normal.
So as a woman, you would rather live in a lie?
No.
Okay. I just want to get clarity. I just want to get clarity.
No. Don't misunderstand me. I don't want to live in a lie. No, I don't. Okay? What I'm saying is, if no one is ever 100%, no one ever looks at you when you're about to get married or when you're in a relationship and say, I love you so much, but I'm just gonna let you know I might cheat on you. If the right situation might present itself because I am capable of that. No one is gonna tell you that, right?
But would you respect that?
Would I help? Yeah, I would respect it. And I would say, you know what? I think you're better suited for someone that's not going to put you 6 feet under if they catch you.
So we got to unpack this now. I know this is not what the show about.
Let's do it. I'm ready. Let's do it.
But we have to.
Always gonna have to get comfortable. That's why I wore my little sweats and shit.
We gotta unpack this because you're saying a lot by saying a little. Because I'm trying. So you got a man. Because this is one thing we talk a lot about on our show sometimes. So like you're telling me a man comes to you, he's 100% transparent with you. You will rather say, hey, for me not to hurt you because I know how I'm going to react, you'll rather deal with that than somebody who almost love bombs you to a certain extent and lies to you, and then you find out on the back end.
Let's put some real life situations in here. So if a man says to me, because I've had this happen, I have had this happen before. So I spent a lot of time in Africa, a lot. Okay, I did business over there.
It was so random, but how you said
I'm just telling you that I've spent a lot of time in a country where men marry multiple women or have multiple wives or it's okay to have girlfriends. So I have been told by, men who were very, very rich, had lots of money, right? Would say, listen, I want to make you one of my wives and I will take really good care of you. But I do want you to know that, I am going to have he's got another wife.
Yeah.
So how more transparent can you be than that? Like, I am married, and in my culture, it's okay for me to have as many wives as I can take care of. So I want to add you to the list, but I just want you to know, don't get jealous. Don't get upset. It's just part of the game. But I want you, and I want you bad. And I'm like, you know what? So I'm American. I love you Africans, but I'm American and I can't do that. And I'm Puerto Rican, and I am not going to allow you to cheat on me, even if it is with your first wife. Okay. So I'm not.
How do you call it cheating though? If it's their again,
that goes back to what we said earlier. I would have to be okay with a polygamous style because that's polygamy. Let's just be honest.
Yeah.
That's polygamy. You can call it what you want to call it. It's culture, but it is polygamy. You're married to multiple women. I'm not okay with that lifestyle, and I know that as the type of Puerto Rican that I am, I'm very jealous.
Mhm.
I'm the type of woman I can't share my man, I don't even want nobody looking at him, let alone sleeping with him. I mean, I'm just being honest with you. And that's from me. That's me talking, okay? You women, I know some of y'all, and y'all will say that's insecurity. That's called Puerto Rican. That's what that's called.
And this is actually Mimi answering the third question is how this can relate to your past or present life. So we are actually staying very good here because I have to actually it's weird, but it's not weird. It's just very unique that you're not saying it, but you're saying it that you wouldn't prefer transparency. You're saying it, but you're not saying
So
it.
you're saying that I would prefer someone to lie to me and live in a lie and be happy than
Yes.
absolutely not.
But
No.
you see what I
I
mean?
would
That's how it can be perceived, right?
well,
Because I think that takes a lot of courage for the man to like, hey, you know, like I do love you, I care about you,
mhm.
but I will let you know I am a man. I could make a mistake, but
I think as a woman, I expect a man to make those types of mistakes. I
you
mean,
do.
I expect no, I think when a man tells me he'll never cheat on me, I say that's I can respect you for wanting to make me feel more secure, but at the end of the day, that's not going to keep me from side eyeing chicks calling your phone and like, who is that? Like what's going on? What you mean you staying out till midnight? What's going? That's not. I trust you, but at the end of the day, you still are a man, and men, you know what I'm saying? They'll put it in a greasy hole in the wall.
So you trust but verify is what you're saying? Like
I think that I listen. I'm 44 years old. I'll be 45 this year. Okay,
okay.
I look good on. Just saying. I've been through a lot of things when it comes to relationships in my life, and to be completely transparent, I'm a long term relationship type of girl. Like I've only been in 3 relationships and they were like relationship related. They were all, and I don't know what it is about me, is 7-year itch. Y'all get the 7-year itch.
Mm.
Every last one of them, I was with them for 7 years each, and they got stupid at 7 years, or
But
maybe I
that's a
stupid.
but you know
But
that is a number of completion.
it is, and I did it 3 times. I did it 3 times. But let me just say this with 100% certainty: every last one of them to this day will have me back if I gave them a chance because they messed up. And I was young; they were young. We'll just leave it at that. But all of those men that I was in these long-term relationships with, they wanted to marry me. They wanted to be. They were committed, but they cheated.
So let me ask you this: Have you?
And I think all men cheat, and they were good men. I'm not the type of, and I'll say that with my with my full chest.
Yeah.
They were good men. Like they weren't. They would have made great husbands, but they couldn't.
So would you circle back?
No, I never spin the block. No, we keep going.
Even though you know they were good, right? And you see kind of what y'all say the pool looks like today, you wouldn't go back to at least something that you're familiar with?
I mean, now I won't sit up here and lie because it's not have us we might I feel like I should be on Rain's channel tonight.
Nah,
Singles channel. But no, I won't say that I never circled the block like ever, like we didn't ever spend time with each other after. But as far because they wanted to get back with me, and I'm like, no, I can't. I'll never trust you. My thing is, once you cheat, I'll never trust you again. And I can't live like that. That heavy, that secrecy, it's expensive. It goes back to what I said. Living a lie and it costs a lot. And it might even cost you your relationship. It might cost you, the love of your life. I can't tell you how many engagement rings I got in my jewelry box.
you keep them?
Hell, people.
Mm.
They didn't ask for them back. They wanted me to keep them because they thought they was gonna get me back, but they didn't.
So ultimately, Mimi, question number 4 is: so what do you walk away with when sitting with this song now?
Man, when I tell you I chose this song for a reason,
Mhm.
This song, I love this song, but I hate this song. Does that make sense? I gotta
Can you,
love.
can you answer all these men questions first? So how many kids you got, Mimi?
0 kids. I've never had children. I've never been pregnant. Never none of that. Okay.
He said, "Are you committed to being married?"
Absolutely.
Okay. He
Okay.
said, "Memories."
Okay.
And he said, "You collected rings."
What am I? You think I'm about to throw away a damn diamond? No, I'm not throwing a diamond away. I might need to set. You never know how hard times might get in life. You might need to.
And before you answer number 4, because you said something, and I never heard a woman say this, so I really want to get your clarification because I never want somebody to rewatch this and be like, "Oh man." So we're gonna always provide clarity here, guys.
Okay.
Mimi said that these gentlemen made mistakes. I'm not going to use the word cheat. Men don't cheat. They made mistakes, guys. Look at her face. But you said they were good men. We don't get to hear that a lot. How can a man be? Because I agree with you. So I'm just trying to. But I wanted to hear it from.
For you.
So how can a man be a good man but still cheat?
Let me tell you. What I mean by they were a good man, okay? Because they were horrible men to me at the time when they did what they did, right? What makes them a good man now is that, or to me now, like I can still be friends with one of my exes. Like I can still have conversation with one of them and not be I'm not angry anymore. So I can look at it from a different angle. So at the time, they were the worst men in the world. But I will say this, they're great husbands and fathers to the women that they're with now because I made them that way.
So you keep in touch with them?
No. I don't keep in touch with them. I just, when I see them or if I'm cordial with them. Hey, they, they might call and say, hey, just checking on you. I say, I'm proud of you. I see you doing good, blah, blah, blah. Nothing.
They can't do that. They can't
like,
do that. Can they, Mimi?
Huh?
They can't do that, can they?
They can't do what?
They can't call and tell you congrats if they married.
Well, no. Well, only one of us is married, and the one that's married.
I'm just being messy because we hear a lot of this. We hear a lot of this foolishness when people are talking over.
The one that's married, I never talked to him. He's just he was in my life so long that he is very close to my sisters and their kids. Okay. He was around, so he's their Uncle Rick. He's gonna always be that to them because he was around them when they were born and as they got older. Because I told you we were together a long time. Yeah. So I still unfortunately get to see pictures of him and my nieces and nephews at their graduations, and he's happy birthday to them and Christmas gifts, and I see it on their Facebook. And so it's not that type of they can call, but no, other exes, yes, they definitely do still, try. I had to block one of them recently because I was like, bro, no, like,
this dude said he feel you would play on me.
But I feel that you would play me. Oh, that's so sad. I'm sad.
Hey, I like this though. I like this. You can separate the D from
the I can, because I will say, they made a very egregious mistake. And they know that. And the reason why I can say they're a good man is because they came back to me and made sure that I knew that a lot, because they really, felt they made a mistake. So, and they did. They did. But with that being said, I don't like to hold anger towards people. I don't like to hold anger towards people when I'm not angry anymore. I'm over it. You know what I'm saying? I'm well past that stage in my life. I had been single for, the last relationship I was in, that was one, the guy who actually did cheat on me or whatever. The last one I was in a long relationship with, that was 12 years ago. 12 years ago. So it's not, and I ended up becoming more focused on my career, and it was a blessing in disguise, honestly, for both of us, so we both, so he is a good man for somebody else
That's
because,
dope. That's dope, though. I appreciate that.
yeah, no,
I think that takes a lot. That takes a lot because you don't hear that.
really,
You, Mimi, come on, you
I know,
you in these content street. These people talk crazy nowadays. Like,
they do. And
and
I
it's
think that's
funny
what's
to me.
wrong with a lot of women. They hold them to way too much of that anger inside of them. And to be honest, most of them women wasn't shit either. So when it happened, me, I can honestly say when it happened to me, I probably wasn't doing what I was supposed to be doing to keep them from doing it. I don't know why men cheat. I don't know all the reasons why men cheat. I don't. I'm not a man. I can't say that I know the reasons, but it had to be something because in my mind, all I can do is say that well, all men cheat, and I don't believe that. I don't believe that. I really don't believe that all men cheat. I think that all men they get tempted. I think all men probably think about cheating. I think all men think about cheating, but I don't think all men cheat. Um, I hope that all men don't cheat because that means that at the end of the day, if all men cheat, then it's over for me because I ain't about to deal with it. Souls, I'm telling you, I can't.
But
I'm girl.
and we said we're not gonna talk too much because we said this ain't gonna be what it's about. But we're gonna come to y'all one day with a show because
We have to do a show where we talk like this.
Because I'm telling you, I have not seen it in this space for a woman to come on and have some real brain cells and say things that make sense and not have the anger and like you said, you did go through those emotions, but now you can sit in it and talk like two adults should talk.
Yeah.
Like you don't see that. Like,
yeah, I believe in accountability is the word of my life. Like I live by that word. Like I don't make excuses for myself or anyone else. And I don't allow people around me to do that I care about anyway to not have accountability for their actions and the things that they cause in their own life. So there had to be something that I did or didn't do that made a man cheat on, my ego isn't so big that I'm like, I'm not cheating. Let me tell you what my daddy used to say to me. My daddy, if you ever get the chance to meet him, you'll know why I am the way I am. My daddy used to tell me when I was a little girl or a young girl, teenage girl, because I was a fat kid. We talked about this.
Yeah, last week.
Yeah, a couple weeks ago. So I was the kid I was the little girl that people always said, "Oh, you got such a pretty face." So but yeah, but you can lose some weight or whatever. So my daddy used to tell me, he said, "Baby, I want you to find the most beautiful woman that you can think of. Picture her in your mind." And he said, "It's a man somewhere cheating on her right now. So don't you ever think that being beautiful and sexy and fine and having big boobs and a shape and a body and all that is going to keep you from ever being cheated on. So don't worry about that mess. You're going to grow out of it."
me and your dad to get along for sure. I told my man, bro, I'm gonna have to get my. I told my I tell people, man, I gave my daughter realistic information as a father. I tell people, stop lying to your children because it would allow them to be able to process information better in the future. She will always remember what her father told her. Like, it doesn't mean that her hurt is not gonna hurt, but she does have something to fall back on, almost like, well, I was aware that this is a possibility.
Right.
We have to start letting people know that all things are possible. Like, we hear that most of the time in a positive way, but like all things are possible. And I tell my daughter that all the time. That like, hey, as a dad, I tell her like when she used to come to me about her boyfriend, like he's a man.
At the end of the day, he is a man.
Man, what decision do you want to make? Where is your I tell people that it's two options you have when you're in a relationship. You either can stay or you can go.
And go.
But whatever your decision is, that's how you need to lead the conversation. If you're going to stay in that relationship, lead speaking like someone who wants to stay in the relationship. Don't allow your emotions to push you away from the relationship if you know you want to stay. That
Correct.
takes a lot of emotional intelligence, a lot of emotional maturity. But I'm telling y'all today, this is coming from two people who are older. We both got 4 decades under our belt. I'm telling you, when you learn how to lead in, you can lead out.
Yeah.
So, before we get to soul selection, I started some things in here I want me and Mimi to be able to talk about. Conversation with Soft Rain had this question for us. She said, would men in the chat, this for y'all in the chat right now, would y'all be okay with being the side dude?
That's a good question.
Y'all answer. Be careful now. Everybody watching. Be careful. Would you be okay with being the side dude?
While we're waiting on people to answer that question, it's so funny that
don't you do it. Don't you do it. I already see what you don't do it. Don't even feed. No. You good. Don't even do it. That's why I kept talking. I was like, what she looks? Don't do it. Don't give it to him. Don't give it to him. We good. You're good.
But on another note, it's a lot of men out here that are 100% okay. I'm going to just answer for y'all. It's a lot of men out here that are okay with it. And a lot of them are the men that are also cheating on their wives. Both are cheating. Which is the stupidest, the stupidest thing I've ever, like, what the hell are y'all doing? 2 people cheating. The husband's cheating on the wife is cheating on the husband. Why don't y'all just go on and just
I can't learn nothing from your ass. I cannot talk to you no more.
I'm trying to tell you. Souls, if I showed you a screenshot right now of somebody who texted me this morning and was like, I'm married and I just want to know if I can be your secret lover. And I'm like, bro, no. What is wrong with you? I don't put myself in situations where I can be, first of all, I would hate for your wife to do to me what I would do to you.
I mean, looking at 2 objects on the table, if I post salt and I post sugar on the table, you can't tell which one is sweet and which one's not until you taste it. Be careful. Hey, don't write that down, Ocho. That between me and you. Ocho, that's just between me
and See, let's get back to scheduled program. We're gonna bring
right. Because I was getting on to the third point.
No, you already got to you already did the third one.
Did I?
So yes, ma'am, because we talked about the past or present. You already were talking about your present.
Oh yeah.
So, but number 4 is, what is the takeaway? What do you walk away with after sitting with this song?
Yeah. So yeah, I said it a couple times. Secrets are heavy, man, and you have this illusion of control, right? I think that when people try to hide secret relationships, it kind of shows like the human tendency to try and manage chaos. We do it. We naturally try to do this, right? We want to manage chaos the best we can instead of just eliminating it completely, right? Me, I'm the type of person, my cutoff game is so damn strong. I will pretend like I don't even know you next time I see you. That's how strong my cutoff game is, right? So I'm not about to manage chaos. I've been there. I've done that as far as being the woman that was cheated on type of situation. So, the takeaway for me is that no matter how much you try to keep things on the down low, the truth is the truth has its own gravity. You can't build a foundation on a secret and expect it to hold weight. Like it's just not gonna, it's not possible. And then there's the emotional cost, right? So when you live in the shadows of you know, it might feel thrilling for the moment, like when you're doing this thing and you're like, ooh, we're not getting caught. Ooh, you know, ooh, let's kiss behind the wall over here. Nobody can see us. This is that's thrilling for a few minutes, right? But then eventually it erodes your peace of mind. It takes over your peace of mind, because once you almost get caught or you get caught, it's people that done been killed over this type of stuff. And if you've seen the movie, or excuse me, the music video,
Yeah.
R. Kelly gets his ass beat at the end of this music video and left in the desert.
Deserted.
So, you know, when it comes to, you know, to reflect on it, you know, I would ask the audience, or you souls, is the high of having a secret ever worth the low of the inevitable fallout that's going to happen at the end? Is it worth it? And not even just with relationships, but just having a secret that you know, is it worth it? Eventually your secrets come out. Everything comes to the light, right?
I don't believe that. I don't believe that.
Really?
I don't believe that.
So you got some crates with secrets, full of secrets.
Oh, like, but I also feel that, like, I don't feel like people, if that was true, there would be so much damage in life. Like, there'll be too much damage. It'll be too much damage control if everything, you know what I mean? Now it might be some little things dropped along the way that people just don't pick up signs on.
Mm.
But with that being said, like, for me, I think some things probably are worth taking to the grave with you.
Oh no! I think that there are some things that naturally that happens, and it's because people just can't live with the fallout. Like they're just like, nope, I will never tell anybody that I, you know, slept with a guy in high school when I, you know, gay. Like if you did something like, you know, some like some people will never tell that because it will just completely destroy their life. You know, some like these Epstein files, these people that if they did these things, they never wanted these secrets to come out ever.
Yeah.
Ever. Like they and they're willing, and if we believe the conspiracy theories, they're willing to delete people and maybe even themselves if it does come out. You know what I mean? Like you think about what a lot of people, when they self-delete, they might have been doing it for reasons of, you know, they had a secret that they were worried about coming out. You can't think about how many men are in prison right now because a secret came out.
But it's crazy because the secret is going to get out regardless if it's going to get out.
That's what I'm saying. So the question is the high worth the low of the inevitable fallout? Is it worth it? So is it worth it for you to and this goes to, if we want to get into biblical stuff, and I'm the biggest Bible thumper, but I am a Christian, and you know there are certain things that we're not supposed to do per, you know, the word. When we do those things, there's consequences, right? So there's reasons why they say thou shalt not do X, Y, Z, because when you do, or if it's a secret, especially when you get caught, God sees everything, right? So, you know, there's certain things that you just should never do. And cheating is, especially if you're in a relationship with moi, you definitely don't want to do that, or you're gonna end up like R. Kelly in the desert.
We're gonna tap into this, y'all. What we gonna get? I have questions, but we don't want to.
Good.
Me and her already. We said we won't come to y'all with that. So we will come to y'all with that eventually. Just not for.
I think it's gonna be a great conversation.
It will be. It will be. Shout out to Mike Williams. I don't know if this is my boy Mike. Is this my Mike? The Mike I know, Williams. Mike said, facts. While my morals can't allow me to cheat, but even if I did, I couldn't handle the juggle, the time and effort it takes, much less the logistics behind it.
Good man. Good man.
I was gonna never mind. I ain't gonna get my guys. I'm gonna let y'all live.
Good man, Savannah.
I'm gonna let y'all live. I'm gonna let the men live today.
You think he's capping? You think
No, I don't think that.
Oh,
My thing is to understand. You must first experience.
what, cheating? What it
To
feels
just
like?
to just understand, you must first have to experience. If
So, are you a cheater? Have you cheated
oh,
before?
yeah, I tell everybody.
That's awesome.
That's my story. Oh yeah, I was the worst husband in America.
Mm.
Worst husband. Hey, everybody who know me know that story. Like hey, I was horrible. I was horrible. You know what I mean? And like I can give all the excuses in the world, getting married at 18 and not, but I was horrible. But I always told people I was a horrible husband, but a great father.
I think and we had this conversation on another panel. I think that it's possible to be a horrible husband and a great father.
Yeah, like
I
but
do.
like we end up separating after a decade long, and we co-parent great, and we're still like best friends. So like for me, it was a win-win. You know what I mean? I tell men this, and I'm gonna say this, I say this all the time. Men need to learn how to do damage control. Sometimes you can cause so much damage that you just need to do the right thing by the person. It will take you so much further in life. I tell people that all the time. I tell people, if you want to know if you made the right decisions, look at the fruits that you bear now. Like when regardless of how bad of a husband I was, my future still was bright. Like I still got blessed. I still got like me making that decision to detach was a great decision. And I reaped from it. You know what I mean? I did. So I don't know if that works for everybody, but it worked for me.
Well, as long as it worked for you, it matters at the end of the day, right? Because everything doesn't work for everybody, you know. And you're lucky that you were with the woman you were with, because if you were with me, we probably wouldn't have you. You probably wouldn't be here.
When we doing this, when we doing the podcast.
I'm so glad that you weren't with me.
But that's why I also don't believe this stuff with you. That's why I also don't believe when people say once a cheater, I don't believe that. I think people can grow and change and become better human beings, but I think it's easier for the person that you hurt to feel that way.
Yeah. Yeah.
You know what I mean? So but let's see here. Y'all stupid, man. It's a good one tonight. Let's see here. I starred the ones. Smile had a great one. Welcome in, Smile. Smile said, people can change. Also, sometimes you can bring out the worst in each other.
Agreed.
Definitely agree with that. Mm-hmm. Definitely agree with that. Let's see. And Rain, thank you for the start of the conversation. We appreciate that first question.
Yeah,
Smile, I agree. She said, I agree. Most women aren't accountable for their nor responsible.
Yeah, I see that all the time, especially in these panels. You know, a lot of women will not be accountable for the things that they won't even acknowledge it. I don't acknowledging the fact that you weren't a good woman, in the sense that maybe you didn't even have sex with your husband or your boyfriend, or you started out this way and you ended up this way. Like, you know, I totally get it, and I'm willing to acknowledge when I'm wrong, but when I'm right now. I'm right.
Roxy said, I said the same thing before. They was good for somebody else, but it just wasn't me, and there wasn't anything wrong with that.
That's called maturity. That's called growth. Just kind of, I mean, because I would like to think that I wouldn't be in a relationship I wouldn't love a man for that long that was a bad person or a bad man. You know, I think that's
stop
more than him.
Yeah, I'm telling you, you are saying that. You know what that sounds like when a man says that, though? Say what you just said. I tell people that all the time. Y'all will bash a man after 7 years. He couldn't been that bad.
No, he couldn't have been. I mean, I was with him and was happy.
Thank you, man.
Because I'm not going to step, because I'm not the type of woman that's going to live in unhappiness for 7 years. There's nothing, because I'm not the type of woman that has to, right? I've always been self-reliant, and if I'm not gonna, it's not. I think women who do that, that might be true for some women. I think women who do that are the type of women they have to be in that relationship because they can't get out for whatever reason.
Yeah.
But me, I'm not. That ain't me. I would never stay if they were a bad person. I wouldn't stay with them. And so it wasn't. People make mistakes.
Yeah. I
Mistakes.
like that, man. Chanel said facts. You gotta learn. You gotta learn. People are for seasons. That's big facts.
These are no reasons. Yep.
Smile said a lot of women also put their trauma on the next guy and tells him to deal with it so they don't have to change. I see y'all want to talk about this stuff. We got y'all. We got y'all. We might have to add another night to the week. Don't worry, we got
music, music and relationship tie-in kind of thing. I think I think you can do that very easily with music. Music is a lot of times the outlet that people use when they are traumatized or when they do have things happen to them in their relationship or their lives or in general. Anything, it could be anything, but especially the best songs were made out of traumatic relationships.
Yeah, that's very true.
Mhm.
He said, "Why is that?" Legendary said, "The recovery is what matters." I like that. You said a lot of wild stuff tonight, Legendary, but I agree with that one.
Yeah, I don't know what side he's on over here. I'm confused.
Roxy said, "Your dad is a real one for real facts."
He is. Shout out.
Smile said, "You have to teach people how to treat you.
100%. I say that every day.
They have to learn how to treat themselves first."
Mm-hmm.
No. Y'all, I think that when they were talking about the side, being the side dude.
I do, yeah.
Smile said, "You 100% right." My boy Daniel said he's single. He's single.
All right, Daniel. I can't see you very good, but you got a mask on, like.
Dan, you gotta change your profile pics. You gotta
you gotta make yourself plain now. You gotta know what we're working with here.
Roxy said, "Sounds like they would just want an open relationship, or it turned that way anyways."
Right.
T said, "If I had to choose between being the side dude and the man being cheated on, I'd much rather be the side."
Facts. I agree.
I think most. Hey T. I think most men. Malachi in the chat with a little biblical. Some of these think they're Abraham or Jacob, like they can start tribes.
Oh yeah, I agree.
Some of these women. Okay, cool. I seen he was here. Welcome back. He said, "If I'm single, I can, but the woman has to be somebody I actually would want." So you want to be the side dude for a woman you potentially want to be the main guy for.
See, that's dangerous. You're gonna get your heart broke.
Yeah.
You're gonna get your heart, because if I really want something and I can't have it, that's not me.
Let's see.
I want what I want when I want it.
Chanel says she said, "I just hit my 4th decade and instantly realized some things aren't worth compromising for." Oh yeah, with age comes wisdom, for sure. He said, "We are still very primal in nature. We're not far removed from being wild men."
I agree.
My boy Legendary said he was not a husband, he was a thugsman.
I like that.
He was a thug. He was a thug, man. Have y'all subscribed yet? Y'all heard Rain.
Yeah, and hit that like button. I saw we only have like 1 or 2 likes. That's agree.
Hey, you should at least like the woman that's up here. We bring you can at least like for the women. Conversation Rain said, "Legendary, come on now." He said a lot of women purse ain't right. Let's see here. Smile cooking.
She was.
Oh, smile. Okay, gotcha. Diana said everyone has baggage. Definitely agree. We're gonna have to have these talks, man. I like y'all seem like a mature chat.
I like how this is evolving.
Yeah, it sounds like a mature chat here. It's good. Appreciate you. Smile there. Okay, Smile. They all right, Smile. You want to see their profile pics now. Don't let them fool you now. Thanks to the men for their responses. Hey, also, just gonna throw a little plug in for y'all. Conversation with Soft Rain does a men's panel. So if any men are in the chat who wants to be part of her King's Code, where you get to speak your truth, go up to King's Code. So Diana said, "Love you both. Appreciate it. Nothing but love here, man."
Thank you.
You
Too.
got anything else for him, Mimi, before we get into soul selection?
No, I think I said enough tonight. Y'all don't learn more about me than I felt like that was a therapy session.
I'm kind of see you started talking through some of the. It made me want to change.
We still working these kids out. I like it.
Hey,
it.
chat. Do y'all want something upbeat to end the night, or y'all want something like what y'all want? Chat. We're gonna let the chat vote. We're gonna let the chat vote. What y'all want? Name a song. The first 5 people, the song that is mentioned the most, we will play it. The first 5 people, you gotta hurry up. You gotta hurry up. Man, because you spoke some good stuff up too. I can't even find it now. Here go conversation with Soft Rain. Put her email in there if y'all want to be a part of that King's panel. He said, "Love you guys, man. We appreciate you too, big dog." He said, "Upbeat, okay."
Okay.
Do you? It's your pick. No, we trying to have y'all a little interaction. He said, "Why I love you so much." You talking about? No, Mimi got y'all over it, boy.
I don't know, darling. I have
Just told you she gonna kill you if you mess up now.
Shit together, you gonna come over here.
Like my boy Plug say, choose wisely and act accordingly.
Right?
That's so funny. That's so funny. Sko said when a woman's fed up, that's one.
That was my second choice, by the way.
Nah, we got one vote for Your Body's Calling.
That's another good one. Let's see. R. Kelly.
Jen said go with Sko. She said go with Sko. That's 3. That's 2. So Jen said go with Sko when a woman's fed up. Okay, that's 2 for when a woman's fed up. We got 1. Your Body's Calling. What y'all want? 2 more people. What you want now? What you want? We got 2 votes for when a woman's fed up. Y'all got 2 votes for Your Body's Calling. We need Roxy's the tiebreaker. She said when a woman's fed up, that's the winner tonight, guys. It's the winner tonight. We got to do it. So it's funny because that's the one I
That's a great ending to this conversation. When a woman's fed up, she's single for 10 years and gets her shit together and starts becoming an entrepreneur. That's what happens.
When a woman loves. That's a good one too. I like When a Woman Loves.
Oh, When a Woman Loves is a good one too.
All right, guys. We finna he said might as well play the TV. The whole album, huh? The whole album, huh? Hey y'all, we finna give y'all the song you want though. Here we go. Let's see.
Oh, that's so good.
I'm standing here looking in the mirror, saying damn to myself. I should have known the day would come that she would find somebody else. And all the things I took her through, shit, I should have lasted this long. Now I'm at this telephone booth, calling Tyrone. 'Cause when a woman's fed up, no matter how you beg, no, it ain't nothing you can do about it. It's like running out of love. No matter what you say, no, and then it's too late to talk about it. Now let's talk about how it all goes down. I used to make love to you daily when the night felt the same. And any time that you were hurt, I could feel your pain. And if I had $1, it was yours, yeah. And whenever we would go out, I would front the bill. But now the up is down and the silence is sound. I hurt you too many times. Now I can't come around. 'Cause when a woman's fed up, It ain't nothing you can do about it. Oh no, it's just like running out of love. Running out of love. And then it's too late to talk about.
Best hug you can give me is a super chat. Appreciate it.
Oh yeah. La 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 la. La la la. La 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 la. La. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Oh, listen. If you don't wanna find out the hard way, then listen to the song while the record plays. When a woman's there, Mama taught me a long time ago. It ain't nothing you can do about it. Nothing you can do about it. Oh no, no. Running out of love. Say goodbye. It's too late to talk about it. Too late to talk about it. Yeah. When the woman's there, you can cry a river till an ocean starts to form. Yeah. But she will always remember, 'cause she's a woman scorned. And if you ever get her back, it will never be the same. No. She's cutting the corners of her eyes every time she see your face. All your trust is out the door. She don't want you no more. You used to tell your boy it's not me, and she would always be here for you. If you had took the time to see what that woman meant to you, is what the mirror said to me. She was raised in Illinois, right outside of Chicago. Some of the best cooking you ever had. Yes, it was. And I miss her. Hey, woman, if you listen.
See, it ain't worth it. You done missed out on all that good cooking, all that good loving. He said that was the best and the best cooking he ever had.
Yeah. So we got to we do play music for the super chat. I think I got we're gonna play you a little bit for the $1.99.
Are you making another beat, Daddy? And Genius is my dad.
Classic. Oh, we talk about money? Good money. Let's talk about it. My money look different now. When I talk about 50, used to be $50. I'm talking about 50,000. Gotta move a little different. Yeah.
Shout out to Classic from B Class. He sent that over to me.
Classic, he talk trash, but his music is
hey, one of the best of the game. I'm telling you.
Got them bops.
One of the best of the game. And also, Mimi, we had a lot of requests for our second live show to be in Georgia. So we might air it.
I got look, I'm the mayor of Augusta now. You want to come to the second largest city? I mean, we can bring you on down here.
Okay, then. Okay.
I'll put you in the right place.
Okay.
No, everybody, especially for Coles, Classic, if he want to do a show and stuff,
That's what we're doing in Chicago, guys. We're gonna be doing that in Chicago, guys. Everybody who here right now, make sure you follow, man. We got our first live show, the Raw Society Coalition, February the 13th, there in Illinois. We're gonna be doing singles and soulmates. We're gonna be doing a live panel, but most importantly, that great music you just heard by B Class, better known as Classic Code. He's gonna give you a whole 45-minute set of live music prior to our panel. It's gonna be a great night. And tomorrow night on Thursday, we will be doing a Singles and Soulmates prelude to the show. Miss Kiera bought a ticket for a lucky guest. We will be raffling it off tomorrow. So there will be a winner to come to the show tomorrow. Right there, Rain already has it. Tomorrow night, 8:30, we're going to be doing a Singles and Soulmate prelude. Appreciate all you guys who are here. She said, Atlanta.
ATL right up the street, 2 hours away from me. I'm down, but Atlanta's I hate that traffic. But you'll get more people in Atlanta, that's for sure.
We ain't about more people. We want quality people. Man, we want quality people. Long we get quality people, we good, man. But but Georgia has been recommended a lot, so it might end up having to be the second stop. Georgia has been recommended a lot. So who's she talking? She said yes, she was. He missed.
Oh, she was the good cook. She was the one he lost out on.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Yeah, she said Columbus, Georgia. So yeah.
Georgia's like sad, and I'm telling you.
We'll be somewhere in the good old GA, Georgia. Sco says she was raised in Illinois, right out of Chicago. Some of the best cooking I ever had. I miss her like women. If you're listening, I said I miss you, baby. Or Kelly did this big one with this song. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. All right. Oh, there you out in Cali. You out in Cali. Okay. Okay. Change your profile. Next week, Mimi will be here.
See what I'm working with.
Yeah, change your profile. She want to see. Make sure how you look. Looks do matter. Some people say it don't. It does. At least get you in the door. It's your ticket. It's your admission. It's your admission in the door. But no, man, great show. Great show tonight, Mimi.
Tonight was a good show. Yeah, it's getting better and better every week. How we gonna top it? I don't even know. Like
we know now. We see what y'all like. So we're gonna start giving y'all a little bit more conversation. A little bit more conversation to move the nation, man.
Good. The music intertwined with the conversation. Like I said, you can't win. You can't lose with it. I think it's a great idea.
Is there anywhere they can catch you throughout the remainder of the week? I know you go on panels here and there. Is there anywhere they can watch you?
I'm here and there and everywhere. You know what I'm saying? If you in this sector of YouTube, you know you'll see me. But if you just as far as socials, I'm at iHeartMimi B, as it is on the screen right there, on TikTok, Instagram, you know, Facebook, all that good stuff. But I mean, I'm more active on Instagram, to be honest, than anything else.
Yeah, y'all make sure y'all go support, man. Y'all hit that like button. It means a lot to the channel, the algorithm. We appreciate everybody. We had a steady flow tonight. We see the changes, man, and we're going to keep bringing it for you guys. So y'all will see an even better show next week. I think we know what we're trying to start trending towards now. So we appreciate you guys tonight. This was a shift, like literally last minute. Mimi rolled with it. She's a superstar. She rolled with it, and we made it work, man. But we appreciate everybody. Until next time, man, we'll catch y'all next Wednesday here at the Life Soundtrack. We out.
I'ma win any type of way. That's a parlay you can take to them. I'm having that aura, I got that glow. They hate it worse when they know that you know. Walk in the room like I'm covered in gold. I used to suppress it, was about to implode. I used to suppress it, was about to explode. Sore thumb in the room, everywhere that I go. Black sheep for the fam, used to think something was wrong. Took a little time to realize I was chose. Took a little time to realize I was special. Ever since birth, been a cold under pressure. Wanna be great, gotta do a little extra. That's why I grind with obsession. Everything about me irregular, everything about me is pressure. Maximum effort, no box left unchecked on the checklist, no stone left unturned, mash on the gas and etc. Or farming hoe, I'm up in rank. Step in the room, they paved the way. I get treated like a milli tank, southpaw like I'm really tank.